Coronation Street's Jenny Connor lands herself in hot water next week when a sneaky fib to George Shuttleworth causes her to clash with Rita Tanner. Could this lead to Jenny losing one of her sole remaining allies? Desperate to woo Georgie away from love rival Christina Boyd, the lonely ex-landlady's antics end up creating a sticky situation which she struggles to get out of. Will this play a role in Jenny's upcoming exit from Weatherfield? It's obvious how much Jenny has fallen for George, begins our Corrie insider. But with Christina sinking her claws into him, he could soon be off the market. Jenny has a reckless streak, and a misguided attempt to try to win him over has #big repercussions and a lot of regret. With preparations for the Rovers' speed dating night underway, Glenda Shuttleworth plans to rig it #so Jenny gets to chat George up before Manny to Christina, so love can blossom between her brother and former boss. Unfortunately, the minute Glenda draws the not-so-random names out to a new NCE who's flirting with who first, Jenny gets a call telling her Rita has had a fall and she needs help. With her romantic plans scuppered, Jenny races to Rita's side and feels deflated that she's probably missed her moment. Meanwhile, Christina is no doubt rubbing her manicured hands with glee now the coast is clear and she can set about ensnaring George without any competition. Thankfully, Rita's injuries aren't too severe #IOUs and she's left with a sprained ankle to recover from #it certainly could have been a lot worse for the much-loved queen of the cabin. So when George calls round the day after her fall with soup and sympathy for the patient, who he makes a right royal faux SS of, bemused Rita reckons he's overreacting. Jittery Jenny thanks George for his concern, then swiftly ushers him out. Why is she behaving so weirdly? Later, it's George's turn to be confused when he learns from Brian Packham that Rita actually had a lucky escape #if her accident. George appears to be under the impression her condition was a lot more serious, but why would that be? Shamefaced Jenny is forced into a confession to Rita, teases our insider. She admits George mistakenly thought Rita was Seri #usually ill after the fall, and Jenny lacked teehee attention so she didn't correct him. Rita is stunned. Jenny is like a daughter to her. She can't believe she used her misfortune for her own ends. Will Rita forgive Jenny for her deceit? And does this put the nail in the coffin for Jenny and George to get out of the friend zone?